Hey guys, welcome to Halloween
Hi.
Daily.
Hello,
Thank you
hello.
both so much for hanging out and talking to us today.
Thanks for having
Thank
us.
you.
Absolutely. We are talking about Carved, and I just watched it again last night. It's my third time. I love this movie. I watched it again partly to prep for this, but also just because I really love it. And I think our audience is totally going to love this new Halloween movie. Justin, we'll start with you. Can you give us just a summary of the seed of what started this whole idea of this killer pumpkin? I know it's based on your short story, but even prior to that, where did this idea first come to you?
Yeah, years ago I was involved in an annual carving contest that took place at a zoo because I was an employee. I used to design and fabricate exhibits like way when I was a teenager, and we had this annual contest for the pumpkin carving contest, and the guests at the zoo would judge. And we one year I pitched this. I pitched a sentient pumpkin carving a human, and and there was only three of us in the department, but my two partners were just like, that's this is a kid's attraction. Like these are lighthearted things. You can't have blood and guts. And but that was the seed of the image of a human carved with like triangle eyes and a crooked mouth and the top of the head off and the brain. Like that image to me was just weird. And then what does a sentient pumpkin look like? I didn't want to be a jack-o'-lantern. And and then as the years went on, we did the short film, and it was one design. But then many more years went by, and it evolved into what we have here behind us, which is the final creature, a mutant, sentient, sensitive, angry,
Eh,
vengeful pumpkin.
yes, and it is a glorious, glorious, vengeful pumpkin, if I do say so. Speaking of that design for just a minute, the use of the vines. Anybody that's seen the trailer or the short film already knows that this pumpkin uses its vines very creatively. It seems like that might have been a bit of a light bulb moment. Was that because I mean that's very key to this creature?
The creature design, it was there was many designs that we looked at in terms of how it moves, and some were more kind of humanoid where the vines are like walking like limbs. But I wanted to feel like a spider or a tarantula, and then I wanted the vines to feel very, very aggressive and violent, and that's the weapon, to be able to just decapitate at a snap, pull heads off, or to penetrate and rip and cut. The way that we use knives into pumpkins. I mean, essentially, this is a creature that
Yes,
does to humans exactly what we do. We stab them, we cut the
yes.
tops of their heads off, and gut them, we carve them, and we celebrate them. Then we all watch them rot on our front yards. And to think about this,
Jeez.
yeah, no, but it's true. And then you bring a sentient pumpkin in, and it's witnessing this. That pumpkin has every reason to slaughter humankind.
That's a
Absolutely.
And
lot.
the vines are just a part. It's just a part of its weapon.
Yes, I think
That
this
was
is the Killer
intense.
Pumpkin
Sorry,
movie.
sorry.
I need a nap.
I think this is the Killer Pumpkin movie Halloween always had coming. Um,
Yes.
Peyton, Peyton,
That's
your
So what
character.
has this movie been?
There is a ton of going on with your character Kira on this Halloween day in 1993. I mean, she's a
Mhm.
parental figure looking out for her brother. She's got
Mhm.
boyfriend drama. She's running the town Halloween play, and that's all
Mhm.
before the pumpkin attacks. Um, that's a lot to chew on. What excited you the most about bringing this character to life in this film?
Yeah, I mean, I think, like you said, she just has a lot going on, and a lot of things that I think are pretty, universally relatable, right? Having to take care of somebody, heartbreak, maybe the killer pumpkin less so, but there are a lot of aspects to her that I think are very relatable and universal. And so I think um kind of trying to ground the character and the story in something that felt very real, right? And then on top of that, you kind of lift it up to this crazy world where all of these crazy things are happening, but at the core having something that feels like a 3D human being. That was kind of the creative challenge that I was really excited about. I think often either things feel very intense and real and are like this straight drama where you see like some really good acting, or you see like a crazy thing where everything's like ridiculous and people kind of throw away the creative of like actually wanting to buy into it. And so I think trying to kind of walk that line and find that balance,
Yeah.
and Justin was really serious about that when we first had our initial conversations. And so I think that's what really drew me to it, was like a really interesting challenge, and I didn't know how we were going to do it. And then just kind of collaborating with everyone and figuring it was just a very kind of interesting and ultimately rewarding experience.
Well, again, I love it, and I do love that balance, everything that you mentioned there. For our last minute here, everybody's going to be watching it this Halloween. It is Halloween as we're recording this. For each of you, what does the holiday itself mean to you? And are you going to approach your carving of your pumpkins any differently this year?
Well, after what Justin just said, I don't want to see a pumpkin being carved. I don't want to carve a pumpkin. Halloween, I think it's always just been like, I remember just being a little kid going trick-or-treating with my siblings and, you know, bringing home all of our candy and sorting it and then trading it with each other, you know? And so I think Halloween always feels like a very nostalgic time of just being with my family and eating lots of candy. And yeah, no, I probably won't be carving a pumpkin this year. If not for the movie, then for Justin's little explanation of what we do to pumpkins.
I will continue carving. I will continue to bake pumpkin pies. I love it. At Halloween at my house, it's like my favorite time of year. I set up the mother from the short film. I set that up in my front yard, and then I buy a whole bunch of pumpkins and build a whole patch. So I have like a whole scene. Anyone in my neighborhood that knows, you know, it's pretty fun because they can walk in and there's a whole like pumpkin scene set up. Yeah, and then we slowly will carve every night a new pumpkin from the patch.
Fun.
Yeah, I have a son who's just obsessed with Halloween, so it's a big deal at our house.
Has he seen the movie?
He has. He's seen every single visual effect. He helped me be like, you know, come help me approve these. And what do you think? Yeah.
Oh man, I love that. I love that. Oh, this is great. Well, thank you both again so much. Everybody's gonna love the movie. I love it. And again, we just want to wish you both just a very, very happy Halloween.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Nice talking to you.
Very nice.